Abortion in America. It's a hot topic issue and it's a very contentious issue, but it's one that must be had. Now, to some people this is a medical issue, to other people this is a moral issue, and unfortunately to some politicians it's the only issue. So today on Mas Politica, we're going to discuss the famous court case that started the whole conversation. My name is Rola.
And I'm Paola, and that famous case is Roe versus Wade. Now I'm sure you've heard of it, who hasn't? And I'm sure you've given your opinion wholeheartedly about where you stand. But maybe you don't know who Roe is, or Wade, and why he or she sued who?
I don't know.
How did that work out? Well, we're here to tell you. Here's some information.
So you've heard this many times.
I love Roe v. Wade.
I hate Roe v. Wade.
We have to overturn Roe v. Wade.
And so on and so on.
Roe v. Wade, which actually means Roe versus Wade, was a historical legal case that legalized abortion in 1973.
It was based on a lawsuit brought on by a 21-year-old in Texas that was fighting for her right to terminate her pregnancy. Her name was Norma McCorvey.
In 1969, she was going through a rough time.
She was a heavy drinker, school dropout, unemployed and poor, married to an abusive husband at the age of 16. In short, she was a mess.
That's when she became pregnant for the third time. She already had a daughter raised by her mother, a son raised by her father, and now pregnant for the third time, she wanted an abortion.
But she was poor and it was illegal in the state of Texas, as in most of the country at this time. That's when Norma hooked up with two young attorneys from Austin, Linda Coffey and Sarah Weddington. These two young attorneys saw this as an opportunity to fight the Texas abortion laws that dated back to 1859. That's right, I said 1859, which was before the Civil War. That's how old these abortion laws were. Their argument was this: the constitutional right of a woman to privacy also included her right to terminate her pregnancy. It was as simple as that. To protect Norma's identity, they changed her name to Jane Roe.
Wade, on the other hand, was Henry Wade. He was a Dallas district attorney representing the state of Texas. And his basic argument was that the fetus's right to life is superior to that of a woman's privacy.
So in 1970, they all went to court, and the federal court agreed with Roe, that is Norma.
Wade appealed to the Supreme Court, and 3 years later, January 22nd, 1973, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Roe, 7-2.
And so the justices agreed. The right to privacy, which is protected by the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, also protects a woman's right to an abortion.
This ruling made Texas abortion law unconstitutional, legalizing abortion in this country.
Now get this. The total irony of the whole thing is that Norma McCorvey is completely against abortion now. How did that happen?
Well, in 1994, she wrote a book called I Am Roe, where she described herself as a lesbian who found Jesus Christ.
She became a Christian, then a Catholic, and then completely had a change of heart and became anti-abortion and pro-life. She said she was a pawn of two young and ambitious attorneys. Years later, she even tried to get the Supreme Court to overturn Roe v. Wade, but was denied. So today, Norma, in her 60s, is still anti-abortion, but not a lesbian anymore. And by the way, she never had an abortion. She actually had a baby girl who she gave up for adoption. Now that you know what Roe v. Wade is, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the link below. My name is Paola, and this is Mas Politica.
Okay, cool. So politically, where do people stand? Like, who is for what?
Well, politically, the parties are divided, as you can imagine.
No way.
I know, shocking. So the Republicans are completely against it. They're what you call pro-life. The Democrats, they believe it's a woman's private choice. They are what you call pro-choice. So Republicans see it as a sin, a crime, and they believe that the Constitution actually protects an unborn child.
Okay.
The Democrats believe it's a woman's private choice, a choice between her and her family, her loved ones, her priest, doctor, whoever she sees fit to include, but that politicians and government should not be included.
Okay, so Republicans believe that the fetus has constitutional rights. Democrats believe that the government should get out of a woman's vajayjay.
Out, exactly.
Got it. So this is the reason why it's so controversial.
Yeah, these philosophical differences make it really hard for these clinics to continue to operate. The last 5 years, 27 states with Republican-controlled legislatures have passed strict laws cutting funding from these clinics. Funding for things like family planning, counseling, having to close their doors.
So how have they made it harder for them?
So they've put up restrictions or making them do improvements, such as becoming surgical centers or mini hospitals. You know, these requirements and improvements are just very expensive and they can't continue to operate.
So it's sort of a financial strangle that they're doing.
Exactly. And actually, this creates a public health situation because women that need abortion are seeking other ways to get them, either by doing it themselves or going places that are not licensed.
Oh, I see. Which actually I just heard also that the Texas Supreme Court just made a ruling which is going to bring this whole issue right back in the spotlight, right?
Yeah, because it is unconstitutional, these restrictions.
That's right. Well, I guess that remains to be seen.
Yep.
Man, you guys have it tough.
Yeah, it's not easy being a woman. Rollo?
It's not. I agree with you. Actually, you're getting a little upset, so
Yeah,
let's lighten the mood a little bit. I have a joke for you.
What is that?
It's an abortion joke.
No, Rollo.
Just give me a shot.
Go ahead.
Okay, here you go. What do you call a cow that has an abortion?
What? What do you call a cow that has abortion?
You heard me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Decaffeinated. A calf is a baby
I
cow.
get
it's a coffee
it.
joke. Okay.
It's just not funny, so shut up.
Well, it's a little funny.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay, I'll shut up. But I will say this. If you guys want to check out your state's status on abortion or just more information about the history of abortion in this country, check out the link below.
And I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear a video. Send me at paola@maspolitical.com. Tell me how bad Rollo's jokes are. I know they're bad.
And
I'd love to hear from you.
If you want to send me an email or correspondence or whatever, send it to me at rollo@maspolitica.com. If you want to tell me how Paola should get a sense of humor, that would be great. I would love to hear it. And you might also get one of these if you send a video.
Or one of these.
So until then, catch us on the next episode of
Mas Politica.
Okay, I have another joke for you.
Oh, stop it.
Come on, it's just a really good one.
I'm going to give you a slap on the face.
No, don't do that. My mom used to do that.
Yeah, you
used to
need
have
it.
a lot.
Lo necesitas.
No! No!